Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Oshi no Ko X Tensura by StaciaPLE Chapter 2 Acting. Hours before the concert, I had been browsing the internet as usual. Most idols, if not all, ego surf to boost their confidence all the time, so this wasn't unusual. But I wasn't looking to expand her ego alone. She checked her social media to see what fans said about her idol persona. Sometimes she would come across fans criticizing her smile and saying it was too calculated, or this is the smile of a pro. Despite all that, she kept finding ways to make herself better, whether it was for herself or for her kids. Hoshino is truly a genius when it comes to making herself shine. That's precisely why she was so surprised when her soon-to-be 3-year-old child perfectly resembled her smile. A smile that was crafted through the biggest criticisms and demands of zealous fans, perfectly mimicked by a 2-year-old child. I immediately felt that she needed to do something more. And now, during her concert, seeing her kids dancing with so much joy as she performs gave her the same feeling Rimuru gave her. Happiness. My kids are so cute. For a moment, unbeknownst to herself, I had transformed her smile into the one that would eventually carry her towards greater achievements. Only when she was with her children, she rose and shined the brightest to what she could possibly be. Time had passed, and now we've grown enough to the point where no one would find it suspicious if we walked around or talked. Although, let me point out a few things that stood out to me. To start with, I am gorgeous. Look at the jeans at work. I've always wondered what it was like to be someone handsome or beautiful. It's a shame I didn't get the first option, but I can't complain. I'm still a kid, but you could see when I grow up I'd have the looks any man or woman would envy and adore. Quite the narcissist you've become, Rimuru. Bawa. God damn it. At least make a sound when you're walking towards me. I'm not even looking at a mirror. What made you say that? Your expression says it all. Excuse me? There's no way I was making such an expression. He's got it all wrong. If I were to make those types of faces he says I'm making, it'd be when I'm looking at a mirror. You've got it all wrong, dear Aqua, I say as I waved my index finger. To be born as a girl with the genes as an idol, you've got to at least be proud of it, wouldn't you say? Aqua was a man like me before we both ended up as Ai's children, so he would definitely agree with me. Aqua's eyes narrowed as he looks right at mine. To be honest, I'm envious, but not because of you being a girl. Aqua sat beside me and pat me on the back once again. On that note, I'm rooting for you to become a proper girl. Girls these days are quite complicated. Think you can blend in? Blend in? As in not stand out? Of course I can. What do you take me for? I expected Aqua to follow up with a jab, but he seemed to agree with my response. Well, I don't doubt that you can. Seeing you mimic Ai's smile to a T right in front of my eyes would make me convinced. This again. Sure, I did try my best to cheer up Ai at the time, but it seemed like to these two it was more than that. Ruby has been extremely clingy and would sometimes treat me like I was a superstar because of that moment. Aqua was no different, except that he wasn't clingy. You and Ruby keep saying that. Are you sure you weren't imagining things? Aqua chopped my head and said, I'm 100% sure. You're quite talented, it'd be a waste not to make it bloom into something more. That hurt, you know. While rubbing my sore head, I said something to get back at him. You two like our mom that much, huh? Just ask her to sing and dance for our birthdays. Ruby's getting all the spoils, you know. That attack hit the bullseye. Aqua-kun immediately turned red and took a few stops back. HMPH. Ruby's embodied the form of a zealous fan who clings to their idol and calls them Mama. I'm not that bold. I stood up and got closer to his ear. So you admit you like her that much, huh? Me too. I'll do you a favor. I won't share this secret of yours. Aqua stayed silent, but I knew he was beet red. Get off of me, damn it, said Aqua while storming out of the room. Aqua and I are gonna get along swimmingly. The crystallization of Ai's hard work has come. From being a model to a radio assistant, she's steadily picked up a lot of gigs ever since that day. And today, we'll be observing her work up close. Mama, your first TV drama. What fun. Ruby was very excited to go today to Ai's TV drama. Well, it was only natural since this is kind of a big moment for Ai. Even I'm moving my feet up and down too. It's only a minor role, though. I followed up with a humble response. Everyone was having fun, except for Miyako-san. Now listen here you three. I brought you along since you kept insisting. So, make sure you don't call I-san Mama on the set. Okay? Don't forget the story is that you're my kids. She had been looking grim all day ever since we told her we'd come along for the shoot. From the previous incident, I could tell she's had her doubts about bringing us anywhere ever since. Let's not make her any more anxious. Okay. Mama. I'll be a good kid, Aqua followed up. Yeah. Mama, gimme some head pats. I decided to extend the combo. Me too, Mama, gimme my allowance. Last but not least, Ruby with the ultimate finishing move. As we arrived on the set, Miyako dropped us off first since I had to introduce herself to the rest of the staff members. Although, I could tell as soon as she parked she ran after us as fast as she could. Lady, are you that worried we'll slip up and tattle? I greeted the staff and introduced herself. I'm I from Strawberry Productions. I look forward to working with you today. The staff members replied with their own greetings. As soon as they were moving again, one particular scary-looking man stood out from the crowd. He was scanning the room, but his attention was caught by I. Oh no, bad news. The big scary guy sees the pretty frail girl. What's gonna happen? Is something the matter, director? No, nothing in particular. It was weird being this height. It felt like other people were giants, and it was somewhat terrifying. Huge emphasis if they have a scary demeanor or appearance. Although there's always the term, looks can be deceiving, lingering around. Ruby whispered to us, he looks kinda scary, doesn't he? Aqua replied agreeing with Ruby, yeah, that face of his. I was baffled, so I tried scolding the two. I was in the middle, so I threw out chops with both of my arms. That got their attention. See here, at least gossip about someone when they're not right in front of you. I'm one to talk, but that doesn't matter. While rubbing their heads, they replied with an, okay. Mom, these little, whose kids are these? The director suddenly spoke up, which spooked all three of us. Miyako hurriedly stepped in so we don't speak out of turn. Oh, they're my kids. His face immediately went from scary to hellish in the span of a second. The idea of a manager bringing her kids to the set. Shoot. We're doomed, thought all four of them. Oh, is this one of those work-style reform things? I beg your pardon. Sign of the times, huh? The director scratched the back of his neck. Well, some people even bring in their dogs nowadays. After saying that, the director left us alone and started going elsewhere. Relief swarmed us four. That was so nerve-wracking. It's like when your mom was about to search your internet browsing history but the power went out. After that, it was pure bliss. Models and actors and the like were pampering us as no one could resist our charm. In all things holy, please never let this moment end. As I was busy being pampered by I saw Aqua come out of the room. My face probably went blurred. I unwillingly removed my presence from this beauty's lap, but something tells me following Aqua is going to be interesting. I gave my farewells to the gorgeous ladies and chased after Aqua. Although, as soon as I caught up to him, what I heard was the director speaking. Whoa, this baby sure is talkative. Where'd you learn all those words? Aqua was embarrassed and tried to look away from the director. Here and there on YouTube. Oh, Aqua caught my line of sight. His face went twisted right after. But before he could say anything, he was picked up by the director. The director took a good look at Aqua's face in the same way he did with I earlier. I see a good number of precocious child actors, but you're really something else. You do any acting by chance? I felt shivers down my spine. Crap, something tells me Aqua's gonna push that onto me. No, I don't do any acting. I can't see his face, I don't know what Aqua's thinking. The director put down Aqua. You'd be interesting up on screen. I'd like to put you in something. Aqua was unmoving. This is bad news. Actually, there might be someone who'd be good if you want your movie to be interesting. How about my sister, Rimuru? Aqua gestured toward me in such an exaggerated way that I'm wanting to smack him. When did you get there? I didn't notice you. The director was surprised I was behind Aqua. I did try to make myself less noticeable, I guess that worked. I'm more worried about what Aqua just said. I was here ever since you said, whoa, this baby sure is talkative. Where'd you learn all those words? Or around that part one guess. The director was speechless. First, he looked at Aqua, then me. He did this 5 times before speaking up again. Great, I've got another bad feeling. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I could make something work. The director decided it was my turn to be observed, so he picked me up as he did to Aqua. Your appearance even as a child draws in my attention so uncannily, almost like that eye girl. And yet, I didn't even notice you when you appeared. You two have such mysterious talent, please do consider my offer. He put me down beside Aqua. Here's my business card. You two better give me a call if you sign up with an agency. After that, the director left in a seemingly good mood. In the silence, I threw an elbow at Aqua for dragging me into his mess. You'll pay for this. Huh, I thought I heard a fly talking. Ooh, something's gonna pop, and it's not my